Hey everyone, today I want to share with you another cool thing coming from the Uno Toolkit library, which are the resource extensions. So the resource extensions is a class that's actually providing a single attached property that's available to you called resources. And so this resources attached property is something that you could place on a setter for a style and basically assign a resource dictionary to that style specifically. So it facilitates things like lightweight styling. So you don't have to go to every instance of your button, to every instance of your control and override specific theme or static resources. You can define a style where those are overridden and just reuse that style wherever you'd like. So let's jump into some code just to see what I'm talking about here. But basically, what we have here on our main page is we're going to have two buttons, right? So I have my button here coming from the material styles, which is just our default filled button style. And I have this custom one because in my button that's coming from the material style, it looks fine, it looks okay, but I wanted a style that when I drag my pointer over the button, it changes to a different color than the one that's coming from the default style. I want to have a different background by default. And so some of these you have to usually retemplate because you're dealing with visual states like pointer over, right? And so using lightweight styling, you can override some of these. So if you look back at, we have a lightweight styling video that we've done before that talks about how you can utilize overriding resources. And so this goes one step further. So if we look into our button style file that I have here, I have defined my custom button style here. And it's actually being based on the filled button style. So I'm taking everything, all the goodness that's coming from my material button as well. But you'll see we're setting this resource extension.resources attached property on our style itself. And what that's actually taking is a resource dictionary that I can override any resources that are being used within that control styles template, right? So the filled button background pointer over, if we just move over a little bit here, you'll see that, okay, so when I hover over and I'm in light mode, when I hover over my button, I want it to be cornflower blue. When I hover over in any other mode that's not light, so basically dark mode, I want to hover over it and it be orange. And at rest, it's going to be red, or at rest, it's going to be light sea green. So let's take a look at what this application looks like while it's running. And so here it is in light mode, basically. So here's my default filled button style that acts just like it normally does. Here's my light sea green custom style based just on the resource that I overrode. And when I hover over it, it turns to that different color, right? That we see, that cornflower blue, I think. And if we switch over to dark mode, you'll see that it's now at rest red, like we defined in that theme dictionary. And I go over it and it is now orange when I hover over it, right? So basically now you can utilize a overridden style or overridden resources for a button, package that up as a style, and reuse that anywhere within your application over and over again without having to re-override them every single time you have a specific button or button style that you'd like to customize, right? And so there's a lot more cool things that you can use with the resources. You can attach it to anything you'd like. It is most useful within styles like this. So go ahead, check out the documentation, check out this application as an example. I'll have the repository link down below. And make sure you subscribe to continue to be notified for any more Tech Byte videos coming out. And so I hope you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one.